Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. Today we are actually going to be talking about the first, well, not first but second Wowhead Economy Weekly wrap-up for 9.2 related things. This is, arguably this is the first one of the patch. The one that we had the last time was obviously a little, it was pretty much also a 9.21 considering it was so close. But today we are going to be talking about the number 217. Again, this one is obviously made by Samadan, written, put together, researched, all that lovely jubbly stuff put together by Samadan. This week he does indeed have a video, so if you guys are interested in his weekly happenings of the World of Warcrafts, then you can absolutely go on there and check it out. And he also goes over the actual blog himself, so if that's something that you want to do, make sure you hop on there and check it out. But today we're going to be talking about, on the table of contents, we're going to be talking about new Craft Smart gear, obviously the main thing. We have the problems with progenitor enhancement, speed sets go brrr, and further reading. So that's where we are at the moment. So now that, because last week we didn't have as much to go off of, now we finally entered into actually have good markets, which is very, very nice. So the patch has definitely kicked into gear, and next week we're going to be having obviously legendaries kicking into gear, so that's going to be very, very interesting as well. I'm excited, if you guys can't tell. No, I'm excited. But the first one is obviously here, going over Crafters Mics. This is actually talking about another goldmaker called K-Jack. And he did a lot for Crafters Mics. If you guys haven't seen it, he basically profited over like 25, 30 million or some wild thing like that. But he was first to market. He came out on the Crafters market before everybody else. So that was before reset, and he transferred around a bunch, and he did multiple servers and all these different things. So he did a lot of work to be able to get these numbers, but obviously these numbers are already outdated. Most servers are not going to be able to sell a 262 for 100k or over 100k. So that is something to consider. It's cool to look at. He actually made a video over it himself, so that if that's something you guys want to look at, then you can definitely find it on his Twitter, but also his YouTube channel for K-Jack. And then there's more people talking about how the markets actually have been doing, and that's again going over the fact that a lot of them already have crashed very far down, and the reason is as more people got access to these Crafter Smart recipes, obviously there's more competition and people want more sales, so they lower the prices, and then they kind of balance out closer to crafting costs. I would definitely say that eventually they're going to balance out at a point where you're going to get consistent profit on them on most servers, especially when people start playing more alts and all that. Not only hardcore players and people that are trying to work for 262s, or not 262s, but for world first, and like doing really hardcore stuff on multiple characters. So along the way in the patch, I definitely think there's a good chance that these are going to go up in some value again. Now also with legendaries coming out next week, I think that the demand for the progenitor essentia is going to be so high that people can't really afford to not charge a premium for 262s. But that's basically that. And then the Lazy Goldmaker actually also goes over talking about the 233s and the 262s, about how that worked, some of his experience and all that. And we've done a lot of this too, so that's very, very good. And then also he talks a little, Samadan talks a little bit about the problems with progenitor enhancements. So those are the optional reagents in 9.2, as you guys can see with alchemy, engineering, jewel crafting, all this. He goes over talking about the fact that they're kind of hard to find in the auction house. The only way that you can really see them right now in the auction house is if you go into a specific, like he's showing here, you click on a Shadowlands cloak at eye level 262, and then you hover over each item, and then you can see some of them have a change. It's not very user friendly. It's hard to do, to get around with, both for crafters, but also for actual people that are interested in buying these stuff, or these things rather. So with the current system that Blizzard has at the moment, this is not the greatest for selling and crafting, but they still do exist and people still buy them when they have these equips, but it could be a lot better. So that's kind of what Samanen is hoping for there. And then if you're looking for 9.2 Crafters Marks TSM groups, that is something that Mamphias has on his spreadsheet. I mean, if you haven't seen his cheat sheet yet for Shadowlands, you definitely should go and check it out, because there's a lot of valuable information on that sheet. So definitely go and check it out. And also, if you're interested in that group, it's a good idea. Good idea. And then Semanan also goes over speed sets. Now, if you guys haven't seen speed sets on some of my videos yet, or me doing any kind of farming, then what they are is going to be the pure air sail extensions. Now, these, the important thing here is he goes over a person that actually made a PTR, or not PTR, a Reddit post, and what it means is that all of these stack, all of these buffs, they stack. So that means that every single one will be able to like really do some insane stuff. But obviously that can still change. So you don't really know how far or how long some of these are going to survive for. But so far, specifically with the speed sets, you can actually reach a total of 320% ground mounted speed. It does not work on flying speed anymore. It did, but it got hotfixed. But unmounted, it also gives an increased unmounted speed. Now, the only way that you can get this is if you actually go for the Shadowlands 233s. And you can also have a 262, but the 233s are cheaper. So you guys can see here just a little taste of how fast you can actually go. You can go very, very, very fast. It's kind of crazy that they allow us to do this, that you can be that much faster than you normally can be. You'll be able to see right here. This is how fast we are. You can easily see how much faster we're going. And I really enjoyed this, especially in this character that's more of like a farming character. So, you know, if you guys are interested in that, definitely go check it out. The optional reagents are both cheap to craft. They're easy to get. They don't require anything other than killing a rare and obviously having the correct profession, or otherwise I'm sure that a lot of people are selling them on the auction house. So there's a lot of different ways to actually get them. Then he actually goes over it here too, a couple screenshots of how fast he can actually go. But that's actually it for the Wowhead economy weekly wrap up. I imagine next week is going to be very focused on legendaries, and potentially also a little bit about Progenitor Essentia and how the Crafters Marks are still doing. It all depends on what Semanan decides to go over and decides to talk about, but that is what we have for this week's post. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you had fun, and obviously I will be linking this post down in the description below, so you guys have it, probably also in the comments, all that stuff. But if you made it this far, make sure you drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel and put the notifications on, because it helps out greatly, both for me, but also for you, so you can get access to the newest videos as fast as possible. But that is going to be it for this video, so until the next one. See you guys!